I was driving, my wife driving to downtown, and passed through a not so good neighborhood, kind of like, it's called Hastings in Vancouver, kind of like the hood. We stopped in the red light. There's one guy that came to my car, spit on my car. On the bed, on the window, and then gave me the finger, and then walk away. So you would see a lot of people, they think, they say, I want more money. Hey, Louis, I want to have more success. I want to have more wealth. But deep down, actually, they have a negative association with money. Because I always do this exercise with my students. So imagine this. Imagine you're walking down the street, you hear this loud engine sound, right? And then you see a black Lamborghini just shoom, drives by, right? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? All the negative stuff, right? And then a small percentage would be, oh, that might be an entrepreneur, right? That may be actually a father of 3, right? That he's a hard-working entrepreneur. He's been working hard, and this is a little treat that he gives for himself, and he only drives it, maybe on the weekends. That never comes to mind, right? So I would say that negative association with money, consciously or subconsciously, they don't even know it. So that's the first thing is poor people have negative association with money. The second one is they don't talk about money. They avoid conversations. It's like a taboo subject. Oh, why you talk about money all the time? We don't talk about, it's like we don't talk about that at dinner table. You don't have conversation with your kids about money. You don't have conversation with your spouse about money. It's a bad thing. The best way to describe this is think of money as a person in your life. Treat money as a person. We don't talk about you. And in fact, I think you're the root of all evil. Ooh. I think you are greedy. I think you're not that important to me. Well, do you think this person would stay around? I don't think so. They would be like, I don't want to be around, but money is not that important. Money doesn't grow on trees. Oh, there are other more important things than money, like all this stuff, right? Then money is not going to stick around. So if you think of it that way, but on the other hand, if you talk about money, you cherish money, not to be a slave of money. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, hey, I value you. I value money. Right? I save you, I invest you, intelligently, right? If you think of it that way, then money's like, okay, you treat me good, I'm gonna stay around, right? You think of that as almost like a lover. I love you, right? Oh yeah, that's good, I'm gonna love you back. Oh, I don't like you, and I'm not gonna like you back. So that would be the second one. The third one is value. So poor people want money without delivering more value. Versus you and I, we understand the marketplace cares about one thing, it cares about value. It doesn't care about our solving stories. It doesn't care about our victim mentality. It doesn't care about how hard we work. It doesn't even care how much experience we have or how many years we're in business. The marketplace doesn't care. The marketplace has no emotion. The marketplace only cares about value, and what determines our value is our skill sets. So think about this, where if someone who's very motivated, they think positively, they got no skill sets to offer to the marketplace, they're not gonna make money. On the other hand, you've got someone with okay attitude, but he's saying that, hey, Louis, I can help you with a Facebook ad. You can spend $1, I can give you $5 back. If he has a skill set like that, you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna give you some money to help me with my ads, right? So it's the skill set I think a lot of people are missing. They don't understand that it's the mindset, which is what you teach, combined with your skill set. Then you've got something that works. Let's say you're a digital marketer. I'm going to use it as an example. You're a digital marketer. You don't really believe in yourself, but let's say you know how to close, you know how to communicate your value, and you're good at what you do. Well, and someone comes to you and say, hey, Louis, you're so good at digital marketing. Let me give you $5,000 a month retainer to do my social. Well, that changes your belief system very quickly. So I almost like to use that as an environment. It's like I teach all my students. If you have not made $1 closing, or you're not made $1 copywriting, whatever that you do, make the first $1. That first $1, man, it's like podcast. Oh, you've never made $1, any money from podcast, just make the first $1. What's the difference between professional and amateur? Professional gets paid. Make your first $1. Now it changes, okay, maybe I could do this. Maybe I'm pretty good. Maybe I could get better. Maybe I can do this full time. Maybe I can make a career out of this. It's easier to use the environment to shift our beliefs than try to change it just within ourselves. That's what I believe it. Our environment is infinitely more powerful than our willpower. If you want to get fit, hang around with people who are fit. You will eat better. You will want to exercise. If you don't smoke, you hang around with all your friends are smokers, guarantee you will smoke. You don't do drugs, you hang around with people who do drugs, you do drugs. We can't help but influence by the environment. So I say, why not put ourselves in an environment that is supportive of our goals. I'm very, very careful with it, very careful. One thing I learned from my mentor, he said, Dan, you don't get rich on income, you get rich on equity. You don't get rich on income. Think about a ship, right? There's only one captain. We're going from here to there. So you look at Jack Ma, who started Alibaba. Yeah, Jack Ma is very successful, but the initial founders, they didn't do too bad either. You have the people who maybe you are the founding members, the founding team with a startup that is going places with the right visionary, with the right founder and CEO, which by the way, that's also, I think, only certain people fit that profile. That's what I believe in. But everybody else, they can still contribute, and if they have equity, they participate, they can still do very well financially. In fact, if naturally they know they're not the CEO personalities and materials, if they just try to be that, it doesn't work anyway. It just doesn't work. But it doesn't mean they're not valued. Yeah, I mean, to me, I play a role in my company because I have certain skill set, right? Like my team, they have certain skill sets that are way better than me. Like just this morning, we had a technical challenge. It's like my team could fix that. I don't know how to handle that. Like I just
we're trying to set up Zoom before this. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I have no idea. You look at that. They participate in a vehicle in a good market that's growing, trending, and if they can be part of their founding members, they can get equity early on. They could do very well. Every one of us needs to be an investor. Doesn't matter how we make the money. I teach a concept called the wealth triangle, right? Which is kind of got 3 parts. The first part is what I call high income skills. I define high income skills as skills that could make you more than $10,000 a month. Because I noticed something about human beings. Whenever we get past that 6-figure mark annually, something shifts. That I rarely see someone go past 6-figure and go back to 50,000 a year. So I think that $10,000 a month, $120,000 a year, high income skills. And then the second part is what I call a scalable business. A scalable business, not just any business, but a business that is scalable, such as a software business, an influencer business, or e-com business, a scalable business. And then you have what I call high return investments. And I define high return investments as investments that would give you a 10% return year in and year out, 10% return or more. Now, here's the thing. If you have high income skills, you're already earning income. Your scalable business gives you profits, and your high return investment builds your net worth. If someone who is like, I'm making $30,000 a year, I want to get into some real estate stuff. You're like, do you have high income skills? No. Do you have a scalable business? No. I want to buy some properties with no money down. Kind of risky, right? Because if you follow this, the first thing you got to focus on is increase your income, meaning develop skill sets that the marketplace would value. Do that first. Now, with a scalable business, you can start one, or you can also invest in one. It doesn't always mean you have to start one. So you can invest in one that throws off profits, and then you've got your high return investments. See, when we come to high return investments, it's about the preservation of the capital. It's not about getting the maximum return, because I'm making money with these two things. This, you just
don't want that sitting in a bank and not making anything.
That's right. That's right. So now the return of capital, of investment, not just on investment. Now you're making more income. You're becoming more valuable. Hopefully your income increases every year. Your profit goes up. You take the extra cash, you put in high return investments, gives you more peace of mind. Same wealth triangle goes $1 million, 10 million, 100 million, exactly the same. So it's like this. I am not a copywriter. I can do copywriting. I am not a YouTuber, but I know how YouTube works. I'm not a public speaker, but I could speak. So I see those as skill sets. It's not my identity. It's just a skill set that I have.